Hey everybody, so today we're going to be looking at this AMZCHEF's. It is a food waste composter. So basically it's going to turn your excess food into compost that you can use in your garden or wherever you want to make soil. So we're just going to open this up for the first time and get a look at it, and we will take a look at what it looks like. It does look like it's double boxed. So inside the box is another box. So we're opening the second box really quick, and we will see what's inside. You do have your, it's kind of like a display, shows you how to use it. Right here it says, fill the back filter box with activated carbon pack, which should be included. Rotate and unlock the lid. Put the food waste in, rotate and lock the lid, and then you will turn it on. So this is basically just a quick hands-on user guide. And then it also has its user manual. It will have a cover on the top, and then you will have the unit inside, and it has a spot right here, like this. And then on the inside also is your charcoal pack. Now remember, this is great for making compost that you will use in your garden or wherever you need soil. So we're just going to remove the plastic from the outside of it. And we will look at the unit itself. They did a very good job of packaging this. So you're going to see that it has quite a bit of packaging. You'll see here it still has wrapping on the bottom. They taped the piece inside because this, when you use the unit itself, this is a separate piece. You see the handle here, because this is probably just like a bucket that you would be able to use. So when you take this piece, you will lift this up, and this is where your compost will actually be. You see it's separated inside of here. There are teeth. That's what it would use. It's kind of like a garbage disposal, except for you're not putting it down your sink. So when you go to open and close, you're going to see this moves. Push it this way to open, this way to close. So we're going to open it. When you look inside here, you'll see the teeth go onto here. This will spin this, and then your food will be here. This will spin around, chop it up for you. You see large, that's max, minimum. You'll turn it on, it'll chop it up into pieces, and then you can just dump it in your garden or wherever you want to use it. And when you're putting it back, it automatically lines itself back up right there. And then you'll put your lid on, and then just click it to the closed position. Now you'll see you can still lift it there. So you make sure you don't try to lift it while it's running, because it won't do you any good. So you are going to notice it has three different ways of working. It has dispositioning, decomposting, and it has its self-cleaning mode. It says short press buttons, and it will start. So basically the other thing we told you, you will put charcoal in the back. The charcoal will go here. You open this up, you'll put your charcoal in here before you use it. This will help with the soil growth, and you'll notice the air will go in here, come up through this into here. That will help. And then you just basically slide this piece in to place. These the grooves have to line up just right. And once you get those in, it just clicks into place. Now you'll notice it says what is acceptable. So you got fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, chicken, noodles, grains, nuts, legumes, coffee grounds, cheese, bread, sausage or bacon, cooked eggs, stems, and roots. What you don't want to use are bones, shells, tough husks, pits, cooking oil, plastic or rubber, disposable tableware, metal or glass, medicine, or paper or tape. So basically you could like put leaves in this, because leaf is basically a root or a stem. So we're going to put some leaves in here, maybe some bread. So there are a few things we want to review. We're going to do all the decomposting on all of this. We're going to show you how to put in the carbon. But a few things we want to review here. You can do egg shells. When it says shells, it means like the hard oceanic shells. First we'll start by disposing it. Then we'll do the composting. This does have a self-cleaning feature where basically you will put water in up to the fill line. You will put it on self-cleaning and it will clean it out. Then you can dump that dirty water on your plants. When you do the decomposting, you actually mix the soil with the decompost at a 10-to-1 ratio. So You can pour this directly on, but you want to mix it with soil if you want maximum efficiency. And the other thing we want to review with you is do not submerge this unit in water. You will ruin it. This piece is removable and cleanable. You can actually stick this in a dishwasher. It is dishwasher compatible. Do not wash the actual unit. This is the only piece that will ever need washed, that and the lid. And the last thing is it does come with a 1-year limited warranty replacement parts. So we're going to go over, if you go ahead and put some of the carbon in it, this will add carbon to your soil or to your stuff that you're going to be adding to your soil. You don't need to cut the whole piece out, just cut an angle at it because you're going to need to close this off. So basically you're going to pour in some of your carbon. It doesn't have to be completely full, you just want some in it. Once you feel like you've got enough in there, you can just stop. And then I recommend putting something on here to seal this. I'm just going to put this clip on it. You notice I didn't use a whole lot. And then you will put your cover back on. You will slide it into the slots right here like this. You have to make sure you look at them. And then it snaps into place. A few things. First off, the charcoal. I put about 1/3 of my pack in. It does tell you to put the whole pack in. That's up to you. I chose only about 1/3 of the pack because I thought the whole pack was a lot. But it does tell you to put in the whole pack. The other thing is we're going to go over the 2 different modes for as far as decomposting. There's a third one that's the self-cleaning. So the first one is the disposing. There are 2 modes, an S mode and an L mode. So the short mode is 4 hours and the long mode is 7 hours. And that's based on how much is inside of it. You'll look inside of here. There is an S and an L inside right here. There's the S, there's the L. So this is a 4-hour mode if you only have it up to here. This is a 7-hour mode if it's up to here. And then, of course, you have the second mode, if you look here. That is composting. That is a 24-hour mode. First off, we're going to put in some bread. And then also some peels of sweet potatoes. And then we're going to add some eggshells. You can crush these up as you're putting them in to make it easy. Just some leaves from outside. Leaves are a very good source of compost. So we will use some of those. And we will try it on the S mode first to see how it does. So we're going to put it in. We're going to put it down through the S line, which is right about here. So we're going to turn this on the S mode first. Put the lid on it. And remember, you angle it and then you lock it closed. Then I'm going to plug it in and we will turn it on the S mode. So we're going to do the first disposing. Just going to hold the button. Small mode. And you can hear it kick on. And if you look down inside, you'll see it's slowly starting to turn. It will slowly work its way around. And remember, this one takes about 4 hours. The next level will take about, if it's all the way full, would take about 7. So this is slowly just crunching stuff up in a slow manner. And it will keep spinning until it crunches it up. And this mode does take about 4 hours. Now you notice when I push the button, you activate it. A short press button, and it starts the operating in 3 seconds. So I pushed the button, I had to wait a second for it to come on. If you long press the button and hold it for 3 seconds, that will cancel what you're doing. So you hear the crunching noise. If you come up here, you'll actually see it's starting to go down, and it's only been a few minutes. And what the crunching noise is the grinders on the bottom are grinding up the material. So the unit itself is quiet. The only noise you really hear is what's inside being crunched up. That's the eggshells. If there weren't eggshells in here, it was just all like light product, you wouldn't hear any noise at all. This is a very quiet unit. So if you listen now, all the crunchy stuff is crunched, and now it's just finishing it's still doing its cycle, but the main part of the crunching stuff, this unit is relatively very quiet. And look down inside, it almost looks like it's dirt. It should be finishing here soon. It's been about 3 hours or so, 3.5. And it actually looks just like dirt now. And then we'll finish it up. You'll mix it with soil. And guys, we're back. This is just shut off. I still feel the heat coming off of it. So we're going to get a first look at it. You just heard it just broke the seal. Be careful when you're lifting this. This is warm. I will tell you that. I noticed it when I was touching the sides there. And this is what your compost is going to look like on the small mode. So you see it looks just kind of like dirt. It's kind of dry. If you wanted to, you could have added water. It doesn't say to add water, so I didn't. But you can tell it looks pretty much like dirt. Your handle is also going to be warm. Do not touch this part. I guarantee you it's going to be hot. So here you'll see I've been getting this out. This is what it actually looks like now. It's broke down into granules. It's kind of like dirt. You'll actually add this to your dirt. 1 part of this to 10 parts of dirt. And this is going to make your soil much more fertile and stuff will grow a lot better. So make sure when you're dumping this, this is very hot. Like I said, it just shut off. The handle's warm, but this part is hot. There it is, ready to be added to your soil. So I'm going to add water to this and do the self-cleaning cycle. But remember, you would just want to wash out the dirt. This is washing machine compatible. So you're going to add it to the line that it says to add to in here. Self-cleaning mode, all that's doing is spinning that around inside to get the stuck-on debris off. You are still going to need to rinse this because it says make sure when you have it, it has no debris. So hey guys, we are back. We're getting ready to do some more composting. Last time we did mostly dry goods. This time we have a little bit more wet goods. So we're going to try to see the difference in them. So you just turn the lid, you open it. Once again, we have some more eggshells that we used last time. Just crunch them up a little bit. Really good results last time. I like the soil that it made. We had good results last time. Last time was mostly dry goods. This time we've got more wet goods. You're going to see we got the eggshells again. But this time we've got banana peels. We've got leftover scraps from stuff where we were making salads. And this will be the full one. Remember the last time we showed you the bottom. The bottom level is a small. It is 4 hours. This is the larger one. This is going to be 7. So we're just going to pour all of our scraps in there. A little bit at a time. Now remember, this will make heat. So this stuff will actually dry out as it's spinning. So just make sure that it's not above the line. And then we're just going to pour everything in. And the line is right here at the top. So we got to make sure we spread this out properly. We don't want to overfill it. We put our lid back on like this. Lock it. And then we're going to go to the second setting. Second time, it'll turn it to large because it will start us on small. A second push real quick will move it from small to large. And you're going to see in here, it's on the bottom is. And now you slowly see it. It'll work its way down and it'll turn it into soil. So you see now it's slowly starting to work its way down. In about 10-15 minutes, it'll start spinning, taking the stuff on the bottom, pulling it down, and then the stuff on the top will slowly start working its way down. It was at the lid. Now we see there's a gap. It'll continue to go down. The heat will dry it out, also help it to drop. One of the things I wanted to point out as we're running this has been running on its second time now for about 4 hours of the 7-hour cycle. On a wet product such as banana peels, just wet items, carrots like we used this time, you're going to see more steam. That's because it's drying it out. So you got to be careful. Also the charcoal. The charcoal helps put oxygen and nutrients inside of your soil. And it also helps with the smell. The first time we did it, we only put about 1/3 of the charcoal in. We went ahead and put the rest in there and filled it up because we didn't like the smell last time. It won't hurt it to not put it all the way in, but we went ahead and did that. Also, the charcoal is good for many uses. Every time you use this, you don't have to change the charcoal. The charcoal is good for a long time. So you can go ahead and put it all in there. It'll last a long time. The other thing I want to show right here on the front, you'll see this is on. I told you it's been running for about 4 hours. If you want to see the progress, just grab your lid, unlock it, When you do, you're going to hear the beep. It shut it off. You can see your soil in here. It is now soil. The only thing it's doing now is it's drying it out so that I can use it, mix it up. So when you're done, you just put your lid back on, put it back to the lock position, and right here, it's still on. It just stops. There's a safety feature built into this that when you take the lid off, it will stop. When you put it back on, it will restart. And it doesn't restart your timer, so you're still good to go. Now, as you saw, it's still kind of wet looking. A lot of people want to go ahead and use it that way. And you can, because it's just going to mix it with your soil. So you don't have to let this dry all the way out, because we might just go ahead and stop ours now anyway and mix it with the soil. So this was set for 7 hours. It's only been about 4.5. We see that it's ready to use. So there's no sense in using it the long. It's up to you. The only thing it's really doing now is drying it out. We're going to mix it with the dirt, and it's ready to use. So you see, this is what we made the other day with the dry stuff. It's ready to mix. This is the stuff we made today. And you're going to see it's the same. The only thing it's doing now is drying it out to make it look like the other one. So it's up to you if you want it to dry it out. You don't have to. We're ready to mix ours up. And it's a 10-to-1 ratio. So as you see, this is the first compost we made out of dry material. This is what we made out of wet. It's still just a little bit wet. You must remember, though, if you're using it when it's wet and you don't let it dry all the way out, you have to make sure that you use it because it will mold. So you want to make sure that if you have it wet, you're going to mix it up and use it, put it outside right away. Otherwise, it will mold in your house. You don't want it to mold. But we're going to use ours. So what you're going to do is mix it at a 10-to-1 ratio. 1 part of this for 10 parts of soil, and then it's ready to use. It'll have the nutrients in it. It'll have everything you need. It'll help grow, and it's really good for your plants. We're going to put the link for this in the description. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and make sure if you're into planting, composting, get you an AMZCHEF. AMZCHEF. It's easy to use. You can open the top and check it, and it will still reset itself. And we definitely would recommend it.